Hello, everyone, and welcome to my anniversary video of my weight loss journey. 2 years ago, September 15th, 2015, I decided that it was time for me to start losing weight. I had just been in the hospital a couple of times previous to that with cellulitis, and I figured that I was probably pretty close to death if I didn't make some serious changes in my life. So I started by asking my husband for an Apple Watch as an early birthday and Christmas present because I didn't think I really had the time to wait until December to get started. So I started by getting my Apple Watch, and I wanted it originally for the notifications to get me up and moving. The stand ring is was basically the ring that I was most concentrated on in the beginning. I just really needed something to remind me to get up and move around, and the watch will tap you on the wrist at the 50-minute mark of every hour if you have not gotten up and moved sufficiently. So I wanted that to make sure that the circulation in my legs were good by standing up, moving around to minimize any problems that I had or that I might have with the cellulitis going forward. I also wound up purchasing a withing scale, and I did that mainly to make it easy so that I could just step on the scale and it would send all of the information, weight, body fat, things like that, to my cell phone and to the web so I could look at that information. I'm very much a geek when it comes to data. So for me, more data, the better. And two, again, just like with the watch, ease of use. Anything I can make weight loss easier, I'm going to be right on that. The next thing I did was start using Weight Watchers. I did that because my employer has discounts for Weight Watchers, and so I wound up doing the online version and logging with the app. I did that for about 3 months, and I quit because I didn't think that just hitting that number was enough for me. I really wanted to know more about the quality of food that I was eating, and I had started learning about these things called macros, and I thought maybe I need to go ahead and figure that out as I move forward. So I started really with those things right there. I started with the Apple Watch, I started with the scale, and I started with an app to go ahead and log my food. So calories in, calories out. That's how I was going to do it. When I started, I was 396.2 pounds 2 years ago. My fat mass was 201.6 pounds. That's how much fat I had. And I believe that is about 52% or something right around 50%. And my BMI was a 52. And my pant size at the time was a 56. Now, 2 years later, today, my stats are 213.3 pounds. I have a fat mass of 34.2 pounds, and my BMI is a 28. The big win for me is that I actually added muscle mass during this time. So I think I started off at about 100, and it was like 170 pounds or something like that, and I'm at around a little over 180 pounds. So I was actually able to add more muscle mass. One of the things that I see online is a lot of people talking about, oh, your weight gain, you've been exercising more, your muscle mass must have went up. Unfortunately, the reality is that it's really difficult to actually add weight through muscle mass. It just doesn't build that fast. I mean, if it did, we'd all be meatheads, wouldn't we? If it was easy to add muscle mass. So there are people that try to add muscle mass, and it takes them years to do it. So more than likely, if you're working out, your body's retaining water because your muscles need the water to repair themselves and things like that. So yes, you probably will gain some weight as you start to do more heavy lifting, but it's probably not due to muscle mass. It's probably just due to your muscles retaining water. Sorry, don't want to burst your bubble. But I have been able to maintain and actually increase my muscle mass over the 2 years. So that's the past. What am I doing now? I've decided I took about the last 2 months, about the last 6 to 8 weeks, and I've been eating at maintenance. I was able to hit my 220 goal originally early. And so I decided to give my body a rest. I'd been eating at a 1,000-calorie deficit per day, and I just really wanted to give my body a rest and let it kind of settle in to the new reality, and then kind of figure out what I want to do. First thing I thought was, I can just maintain, which I seriously considered. But at this point, I'm still pretty active. I like to run. I like to bike. I just ran 10.5 miles yesterday just because, why not? I started out, I was going to run a couple miles and got out there and was like, well, maybe I should just go a little bit further. And then I was like, well, maybe a little further. And then I was like, well, what if I go all the way to Wanamaker, which is basically across town? And I was like, I bet you that's about 5 miles out, 5 miles back. I can do that. So I'm planning on doing another half marathon in October. And I thought I was going to have to train a little bit more because I haven't done really any long distance running. This was my first real long distance that I've done in a while, but went really well. I did it in less than 2 hours. I think it was like 1 hour and 57 minutes. I did 10.5 miles. So I'm doing pretty good. Want to add some more biking, things like that. I'm also working on my fundraiser for my younger sister that had passed away and donated her organs. So I have a GoFundMe campaign that I'll put in the description. Basically, for every $1 you donate, I have to run, bike, or swim a mile. And so that keeps me active. So if you want to keep me active, go ahead and donate some money. I decided, though, that wouldn't it be cool if I got below 200? I mean, at this point, it's just kind of like, why not? So I was like, okay, well, I'll just try to get to 199. And then I was thinking, well, if I get to 199, if I get to 198.1, then I've halved myself. And so that's my new goal, is to have myself. I don't think I will maintain there, but at this point, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, kind of as things go along, I kind of change and go along with them. So things are going well. Maybe I'll stay at sub 200. If you want to go by BMI, for me to get to a BMI of 25 and get to my ideal weight, I would have to be like 188. Not sure that I'm prepared to go that low, but we'll see. Like I said, kind of the sky's the limit. I'm doing more strength training again. I still do my running. I do my CrossFit. I do the biking. I haven't done as much swimming much lately. I no longer have access to a pool. I changed gyms, so I don't have a pool to be able to swim in. But it is something that I'm looking into for this winter. I would like to swim a bit more. So that, the half marathon, and basically just staying active. Even after 2 years, my two triggers being bored and stress still affect me. They haven't gone away. So I still have to figure out ways to keep myself from getting bored and eating. And I need to figure out how to keep my stress level down. Things were going really good. I wound up getting a promotion. So stressing out a little bit more about that. But those things I can control and can keep me from eating and going back up. But I believe as long as I'm in probably that 210 to 215 range, that's where I'll be happy maintaining. But I'm at this point, I'm just going to try and see, like I said, if I can have myself and see where I go from there. So I hope going forward in year 3 that I will be doing more videos, more content for the website. I'll also have a link to my Facebook group. Sometimes it's just easier to pop quick things onto the Facebook page, Get Fit Geek. And if you have questions, feel free to send me emails, contact me through the website, contact me through my Facebook page, and I will be more than happy to try to help anybody out there that is trying to do what I've done. It's not easy. What I've done worked for me. I can only tell you what I've done and then see if that might help you. It may or may not, but really for me, it was about learning. 2 years seems like a really long time when you start. And now that I'm at the 2-year mark, it seemed like it went by in a flash. So that's the one thing that I will tell anybody that's looking to lose a substantial amount of weight and wanting to do it the slow way, is that it may seem like it's going to take forever, but in the end, it is so worth it. So, hope everybody has a great day. Now it's on to year 3. See you later.